we're going to start with collections third party. Now, what this means is medical collection or a car insurance collection or something where it's a third party that is collecting on behalf of the original data furnisher. There are 4 letters in this series. I only use 1 through 3 because 4 is where you actually sue them, and my clients don't have to do that. This would be sent directly to the collection agency. Also, put the burden of proof on them, and I tell them the account is unknown. Obviously, if I'm disputing hundreds of medical, I'm going to find other reasons that I can use specifically to dispute them, but one of the main ones is unknown. Now, do you know why we're using unknown? On Cushman versus TransUnion from 1990s, the congressional opinion was that the bureaus have the burden of proof and they try to put it over on you and the creditor or the collector. Technically, third thing is the notice of dispute. Now, let's say that you've run out of things that you can use on round 1. Now we're on round 2. Some of your accounts came off, or maybe none of them came off. That's totally fine as well, because obviously this is a process. Now you can go after the notice of dispute. Now, this is the key to doing the validation of debt series, because on letter 3, we're using this magic key. I care about the fact that you didn't put the required notice of dispute within 30 days, and now you're in violation and this account needs to be removed. Another thing that you can use is proving that they have no record. Now, if they had a record of this account, then obviously they would have been able to furnish documentation to validate the debt, and they never do. Let's head over into debt buyer collections, okay? So with a debt buyer collection, this is going to be like Portfolio, Midland, Calvary. You are not using the validation of debt series. You need to be careful because you don't want to put yourself in the limelight if it's still within the statute of limitations and you still owe money on that account. That's another reason we most of the time don't dispute directly with the creditor. A debt buyer collection is still a collection. There should be no late payments on there, and I see them on there all the time. The account is already late. There also should be no past due. Hello, the account is already past due. I remove hundreds of these accounts like this. We're taking the facts directly from the credit report, using our dates and our balances, and even sending parts from the credit report. Date last reported is when the bureau said, hey, this is verified and our investigation is done. If this date doesn't change, which most of the time it's not going to, then that means they didn't do an investigation, because if they had, guess what? That date would have been updated. All right, so date last paid, as you know, this is at the top of our hierarchy for our dispute reasons for our big guns. Now, late payments, when you're trying to update the account and magically have the late payments disappear. Now, does this happen? Yes, all the time. Yes, all the time. Okay. Now, just a bit of a caveat here. If you're trying to remove like 120 days late, it's not going to happen. But you can remove a 30-day late payment, a 60-day late payment, and sometimes even 90 days. But you cannot remove 120, 150, or 180 or charge off. Obviously, that cannot be fixed. The account has to be deleted. You're going to go after the oldest late payment. Why can they not verify a late payment? Obviously, they would have to give up, they being the data furnisher, whoever they are, Capital One, American Express, whoever, they have to actually provide a copy of their bank statement, and they're not going to do this. This is their confidential information. I'll show you how to do this the right way, or B, head over to my740.com, schedule a call with me, and I will see if I can do this for you. Remember, the longer you dispute, the harder it is to remove the negative items, and if you do it the wrong way, it's just not going to happen at all, and you're going to have to wait the full 7 years.